Okay, good day, each and every one. Welcome to the call. I'm just going to go through the build with you, but I also want to just chat about a couple of mistakes that some people make. I get people contacting me on a daily basis. Guys, if you don't mind, I'm just going to put my camera off just to save my bandwidth on the side. A lot of people are in there's a lot of schools of thinking. As you can see on the internet now, less is more, and a lot of people try to put too much on their cards, and it basically makes the card very busy. So I'm going to go through just a normal build quickly, just to show you where everything goes. And then I just want to talk to you about a couple of do's and don'ts that we can look at. Okay, so once you've joined up in you've signed up with Dreams, if you're going to go on the networking side, you'll get two emails. Okay, and one of the emails will be for your Meishi as well, where you have to click on to verify your email and things like that. The login details for Dreams.pro and Meishi.pro are the same login details, unless you change them in between, but they are the same for both. So when you log into your Meishi side, this will be your back office. So once you've logged in, you'll have your back office here, and you'll have all the tabs on the side. These tabs are basically, this just shows you your dashboard, and it's got your whole breakdown. Okay, this is a brand new account. So it's got your total Meishi apps, your total appointments. This will show you if you do have appointments, if people have made appointments, and if you have activated your appointment section in the build of your app. If you haven't, nothing will come through. Then you'll have your appointments. It'll show you a graph of when the appointments have come in. And this is just the different browsers that you've been using and the devices that you've been using, or that are used, so that people have logged in on. Now, if I went to my main account, this one will be full of colors. And if you look in your back office and you've sent out your account to people, you will also see that there are a lot of different colors, and it'll show you people are logging in with Apple and all those type of things. Okay, so just to get into the build, first of all, the first thing you do, what I personally do, is you click on settings. So you go down to your settings tab. Once you get to settings, another screen will open, and you will see you will have they'll have the Meishi logos in as standard. You have a dark logo and a light logo, but there you can load whatever business you have in. As you can see, the internet is playing up. So that logo will be the logo that will be displayed on the top left-hand side as well. Then you'll have a favicon. Now, the favicon is the icon that will show in the top section at the top here. So in other words, this favicon will show, as you can see on your tab at the top. That will display whenever your tabs are open in the internet. Okay, so as you can go, if you go down the dashboard, and then you've got your Meishi apps, where if you click on there, it'll open up to create a new Meishi app, and then your current Meishi apps that you have. These are just admin for your admin roles. If you have people that are going to be working on your card, or if you're in a company and you've got somebody that does your designing, you give them roles and admin roles in the back there. This is for NFC cards. So if you do want to purchase NFC cards, you just click on there and you can purchase NFC cards. NFC card is like a bank card, similar when you tap on the machine to make a payment. This one, you tap on a person's phone, and the card gets downloaded or gets put on the phone, and it must just be downloaded onto your home screen. Then here's your appointment section as well. The appointments, all your appointments will fall under this section. I don't want to click on too many things or else it takes too long to open. Then your contacts. Now, contacts is a very unique thing. I'll show you when we start building the card. This is where you can, if you are a marketer or you are a networker, or if you're a estate agent or anything in that line, and you want to build up a lead list, the best way to do it is using this contact tab and the contact tab on your card. When you click on that tab, another screen will open and you can capture the person's name, telephone number, and just a brief description of what he wants. So let's say, for instance, you are doing a display at the International Convention Center, and you've got your little stall there, and people come up. Before, what used to happen, I know I've been through this so many times, where you've got those lead generation forms or lead lists, where you're writing down all the customers' details. You've got your clipboard there, and you've got hundreds of these forms, and they go missing, and you can't read what the people are writing, and so you never get back to them. So the best is to capture it so that people can, if you have your tab there or if you have your phone there, you just hand it to the person. He puts his name, telephone number, and a brief description. Maybe he just wants more info on a product or something like that. He puts it in, and all that will be in your back office as well. I am going to click on this one just to show you. There'll be nothing there, but you'll see it'll be the person's name, email address, phone number, and then the message. And then there will be a call to action button there. So in other words, you can follow up on him, you can re-email him, or you can just put a comment there of what you've done. In other words, how you followed up. And this will always be there until you delete it. So you can action it until that lead is completely dead, and then you can go away. Okay, so let's get into the building of the app itself. So in other words, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go create a new Meishi app. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to just call it test Robert test rather. Okay, so I'm going to call the app name Robert Test, and then you choose whichever app you want to use. I like using this one. It's very easy to use and quite user-friendly. Okay, so once it has been captured straight away, you'll go back there, and then you'll go back to Meishi Apps. Then your Meishi app will open up, and you'll see Robert Test. Okay, I've already got one that I used last week, so I'm just going to start again. So I'm going to click on that one, and it'll open up. It'll open up on themes again. When you start building your Meishi app, you start from the left side and you go through to your right-hand side. Don't jump, don't skip, because it causes problems. Sometimes you forget to do things and you don't save, and then you have to do the whole thing over. Believe you me, especially when you're loading images and stuff like that, it does become very time-consuming. So then we go to details. As we go to details, you'll see you have to upload a banner and a logo. The logo can be your profile picture or whatever you need. So what will do is I'll click on my upload of my banner, and I've done a banner, preloaded a banner. So there I've uploaded the banner. Then don't forget, click save. Okay, and you can upload your profile pic at the same time and then click save, sorry. So once you've uploaded that section, as you can see, logo field is required. So I've uploaded my banner and my profile picture. You can put just a normal picture in here, or you can even put a GIF that's a moving image if you want to. But what I've worked out is a sweet spot. Don't let the image play for longer than 5 seconds. So if it's a video that you want to put in, you crop it until it gets to about 5 seconds. If you make it too big, it takes too long to load the image itself. Okay, so while that is loading, I'll go to my next section. The next section I want to put in is my title. So I'm not going to put Robert Test. I'm going to put my name in. And I'm going to put, what I'm going to put here is, I'm going to put your owner. Okay. So I've put that in. Now, what I must do is save. Make it a habit that you save, because if you miss out and you get to the bottom and you haven't saved, you have to start again. Now, this is what I need to explain to you. This is where your description goes in. It just describes what you do. Okay. So what I've found, if you look at the trend in social media and everything like that, that's why I made the comment in the beginning, less is more. Don't put long descriptions. I've seen some people put paragraphs and paragraphs and pages under the description. People do not take the time to read it. So you're wasting your time putting it in there. You want something that is going to be catchy, something that's going to bring the person's attention to what you do. So I'm just going to put in your networking is my thing. Just short and simple. Networking is my thing. Okay. So there it'll show networking is my thing. What I do then is I save. Okay, so that is in, it's saved. Go to the next section. The next section is a very dangerous part. I always bring this up. Please do not, once you're on this page, you can change this right now. So if I want to change this and just put this Robert, and then I just put owner. Okay, Robert and owner. And then what I do is I save the changes now. So when you're going down this thing, you're working from left to right, and you're working your way down through all the sections. Make sure it changes, and then you'll see it changes here as well. So once you've changed that, it'll change there once you've saved. Then you have to look at your contact. So you want to put all your contact details in. So here is another thing. Don't put too many details in here, because you've got your social media for most of these other things. But you do need a phone number, so you're going to put your phone number in. You're going to need your WhatsApp number, so you're going to put your WhatsApp number in. And you are going to need your email address, so you're going to put your email address in. So let's just put that one in. So I've got all my contact details in, my email address, everything is in, and I click save. So once that is saved, you go to your next section. My next section is my business hours. Now, if you are a person that works business hours, then you'll activate it. Okay, so let's say, for instance, you work Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, and then you have to put the times that you start working. So let's say, for instance, you start from 9 o'clock. You have to put all and each one in. Unfortunately, it doesn't put them all in together. And then you'll put your knockoff time, let's say 1800. Okay, so I've got my business times in. So the next thing I do is I save. So what it will do as well, you can just check your whatever is going on the left-hand side. So you'll see the way it's going down. But to check it a bit more accurately, you can click on preview, which is this last button on the top here, and it'll take you to another screen, and it'll show you what it would look like. Okay, but that's also not the 100% correct. What you also do then is you are going to go to your QR code, and you put it on your phone as well. So you can double check that way. So there's 3 ways of checking. You can check here, you can go to preview, or you can scan the QR code and look at it on your phone. Okay, so we've got the business hours. Now, if you are going to have appointments, you can put your appointments in here. So what you're going to do, let's say, for instance, on this one, I'm just going to have 3 appointments. I'm going to have one in the morning. So I'm going to say I'm going to be able to see people from 10 o'clock to 11:30. And then I'm going to have another appointment from 12 o'clock to 1:30. And then the last appointment I will have is from 2 o'clock to 15:30. Okay, so there I have my appointments in. I click save. And then my appointments are in. So you can see my appointments in, business hours in, my contact details. Then I'll go look at services. Now I want to show you something that I do, and a lot of people that are in Meishi have got either 10 or 15 business cards. Okay. Now, let's say, for instance, I want to highlight what I am all about. My name is Robert, and I don't want to give people a individual business card for each. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my services. I'm going to click there. I'm going to upload a little logo, and just going to put, I don't have a full logo, so I'll just put this one there. Okay. And then I'll put your WCWW. That's West Coast Woofs and Whiskers. Pet sitters. Click here. And then what I will do is I will put that card's link in here. So what I'll do is I'll paste that link in here and I save. So what I'm doing now is I'm creating something where I'm using business cards that I have created before to put in here to display everything that I do. So that is one card. So I'm going to go to my next service I'm going to do is I'm going to click on there. I'll click there, and the next one I'm going to do is let me just see where that one is. Just a second. If I just want to see if I have it. I'm just going to put Meishi. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is got my Meishi in there, and I'm just going to put Meishi. And I'm going to put here so that is what am I doing? Yeah. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my Meishi and my Meishi VR link in here. So this is what I do. I build Meishi cards, and I also have my links in there, and I also do Meishi VR, which is the 3D and 360-degree tours, virtual tours that you do for estate agents or for car dealers and stuff like that. So I put that in there. And then what I do is I save. So all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put the businesses and the things that I do. So in other words, let's say, for instance, you are an estate agent, but you also have got a car wash, and you've also are a landlord because you have buildings that you rent out or something like that, you can have everything encapsulated in one card. So in other words, if you got a 15 card Meishi app or Meishi subscription, then what you do is you can use those Meishi apps and put them back into Meishi, into the Meishi app itself. So you can help promote yourself. Okay, so I'm just going to do too many more. So I've got my pet and I've got my Meishi all in there, and I'll show you how everything comes together after a while. I'm not going to go into products, but if you do have products, you can load your products in here. What I'll also do is, but it's in these cards already, so I don't have to activate it here. I put my Meishi links in here, and it takes you to the sign up page of Meishi. So when you're putting the product in and you go here and they say the button link, then what you'll do is you'll go to Dreams, and where the sign up page is for Dreams for the $15 slot, you'll put it in here, and for the $10 slot, you'll put it in there. So when people want to sign up, you just have those URLs that take them directly to your link, your sign up link in the back office, and they can sign up directly from the card as well. But I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to put this off. Then testimonials. Okay, all my testimonials are in these ones already, so I'm not going to activate that. My social media are in these. I'm not going to activate that. What is very important as well, a little trick I learned is, let's say, for instance, you want to embed stuff in your app. So you can actually embed a PDF. So a lot of times, instead of writing a long jargon here under your description, you can put a nice colorful PDF. You can design a PDF and you can actually embed it in. That will give you a little bit down, maybe. That will give you a bit more about what you do and how you do it. So with Google Maps, what you do is you go into Google Maps. I've shown you, if you go back to some of the other videos on the YouTube channel, it shows you how to do it. All you do is you go into Google Maps, you click on your location, you put a pin on your location, and you can copy the embed link on there, and you just paste it in here, and then it'll give you Google Maps. Now, they are on the other cards, so I'm not going to bother putting them on here. And then this one is for all your videos you want to put in, or your PDF embedments. You put all those codes in here, and they will reflect in here as like a URL. So because you need the HTML codes in this section to be able to display the PDF and to display the videos. The videos are easy. I'll just want to show you quickly how to do the video. So in other words, you'll go into YouTube. I'm just going to pick anyone to, all you do is,
hello, trivia freaks, and all you
stop that. And then what you do is you click on share, you go to embed, and then you just copy that iframe code there. Okay, so you'll copy that iframe code, but don't go and paste it directly into your app. Take it to your chat GPT, and then what you do then is you embed, you ask it to make it slightly smaller and center the code. So once you've made it slightly smaller and you've centered the code, it is in. Okay. So I'm not going to go through that section now, but it is on the other videos. So you free to just go onto the Meishi YouTube channel, and you'll find all that type of stuff there. Then close those two. Then you go under the last one is your gallery. The only button that you use on the gallery section is the image button. Don't use these other buttons. They don't work. The image button. But when you do this, you will click on there, you'll choose a file. So in other words, I'm going to put my little Android man there. I've chosen him. So you'll see Android PNG, and you will click save. So you have to load each one as you go through. This internet. Okay. So if you go down to the bottom there, under gallery, you'll see there's my little Android man downloading. Okay. So now I've finished this whole section. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll look there. I've got my name. I've got my 3 little buttons. This, if you look at your custom blocks, just now when we go there, this is under the section more. Then this is your description, make an appointment, your services, your gallery, and your business hours and your contact information. As you can see here, it is not the way I would like it, but I will change it. But I'll show you how we change that. So what you do is the next thing you go to custom. If you are a programmer or a web developer or something like that, you'll be able to understand this section a bit deeper. It's like that old story about the ship. The ship had a problem. It was making a noise, and the engineers took a look, and they couldn't get it right, and they eventually had to get a paid engineer to come in. He comes in with a little box and a little hammer, and he just taps on the props shaft, and he tightens the thing here, and he tightens the thing there, and he charges them 26,000 euro. And the guy says, "Good grief, you were here for 15 minutes, and you just tapped on the thing, and you're charging me this amount of money." He says, "Yes, it's very easy to break that down. It costs you 300 rand, 300 euro for the call out. It costs you 300 rand for 300 euro for the hour that I spent here, because it's hour or part thereof, and the balance is the year's experience." And that's the same thing with this. You can't expect to go build a fantastic card from the beginning. When I started in Meishi, it took me a long time to get into this and to learn some of these things. All the CS code and the JS code that I learned is through developer friends of mine that have showed me a couple of things to do, but it's not easy. It's not easy to do it. You have to make sure that you understand what you are doing. The only thing I suggest you change here, which will make things much easier, is if you want to put in something more appropriate for yourself, you can put here so do you want a card like this? Contact me. Now, what that's going to do is at the bottom of the card, it's going to have that. So people normally scroll to the bottom, and they will see that at the bottom. So if I just go back to the details here, and you'll see as I go there, do you want a card like this? Contact me, and the telephone number. You can write something more elaborate if you want to, but I'm just doing it for time's sake now. Then once you've finished custom, then you're going to go to reorder blocks. Okay. So once you click on reorder blocks, now remember, more of those 3 buttons. So the first thing you want is you want your description. Then after the description, you want your contact details. So you're going to have your contact details, contact information, and you will have there. Then the next thing you need is your business hours, because people want to know. I'd rather, put more there. So if you want to save the details of those people, then you want your business hours. But after your business hours, if you've got your appointment section open, you want your appointment section there, so that people can see the business hours that you work, and they can make appointment appropriately. Then you'll have your social media, which is good there. You'll have your services after that. You'll have your gallery after that. And then if you have activated any of these others, Google Maps and your custom HTML, you can put them where you want to, but they should fall more or less at the bottom because you want people to see. Sometimes you might have a video that you want people to see first. So then what you'll do is you take your custom HTML and you'll put it above your contact details so that people see the short description and then maybe an intro video into you or what you do. So in other words, if you make a little a video about yourself explaining what you do. So after I've changed all that, don't forget to save changes. Okay, so the next point we're going to go to is search engine optimization. Now, this is how people find you on the net. Okay, so I'm just going to put here Robert Kruger Meishi networking, and my description, I'll just put the same. It's not going to be too much different, but if you want to change your description and elaborate more, you can do that. Then the next thing is, it's quite important to put it in. I personally think that because then you can actually see where you are getting your calls from, where people are looking at your card, where they are coming in from. And that's where you get your Google Analytics. So what you will do, you'll log into your Google account, you'll go into Google Analytics, and you will see there's a number that you will get after you've set everything up. That is quite a lengthy process, but if you go into the Telegram group and you go under links, you will find there's a PDF explaining to you how to do it. Okay. Once you've done that, you can take that number that you get once you've set it up and you just paste it in here. Under the SEO, this picture is also a 512, 512. Those are the pixels. So you'll put that in. Now that picture that's there will be the one that is going to be shown every time that you send your app out on WhatsApp, on social media, and things like that. So you want to put a profile picture in. Then what you do is you click Save Changes. Seems like whenever you load a photo, it does this. Okay, just wanted to fully load. Okay, there we go. The next one you'll go to is PWA, which is your progressive web app. Now, this is when you are doing your app. What happens is your app will, whatever you change in your back office, and people have got your app on their phone, it changes instantly there as well. So what you'll do is you'll put the app title in here. So your app title will be, you have to first put it on. Your app title is Robert Kruger. So you put your app title in, and your app name will also be Robert Kruger. Okay, you can change the colors if you want to. That will just be the colors that get sent out, but I'll just leave mine as it is. And then you save changes. Now, this is very critical because if you do not save the changes, it messes up your QR code. Now, once you've got to this section here, okay, and you've saved everything, do not do any changes on this theme because you will not be able to update your apps and people will not be able to contact you. Okay, so once you go past PWA, don't change it. If you have changed it and you by mistake or something, what you have to do is you have to put PWA off, refresh, put PWA on, refresh, and then you fill it in again and save changes. Okay, but your QR code will change, so don't mess around with this. It's very important. Cookies, I don't worry about cookies. If you want to put it on and you want to go through the cookie section, it's not necessary at the moment. Then your QR code. QR code, you can be fancy. You can put text in the middle, or you can just put an image in. So let's say, for instance, I want to put an image in. I want to put my little Android man. And when you see your sliding bar obviously puts in what you want to do, how big you want to go. Never go in, I would say, around about a third is about the biggest that you will go. But the way you check it, you put your phone on, you open your QR scanner, and you scan that code before you go from here, before you save it, and make sure that the phone scans the QR code, because this is what people are going to see. Okay, they're going to scan. So if your phone scans it, then it's okay. But if it doesn't scan it, you have to make it a bit smaller again. So then you save changes. Okay. And once the changes have been saved, we need music in the background. Okay. You'll see that picture goes away, but it is there. And then the last one is payments. If you want to set up any of, if you've got a home business and you've got products that you are selling, you can set up your PayPal or your PayFast accounts in the back office. But that's a different training. I'm not going to go through that now, but you can set it up. You just open it up, and you can go through, and then you set up your payment portal for the back. So that is a quick build just to get yourself going. Like I said, once you've finished everything, you just click on your preview and you'll go. And then there's the whole thing. So you'll see you've got your banner, you've got your profile picture, you've got your name and whatever you put in there. You've got your description, your contact information, the 3 buttons, your hours, your appointments, your services. Now remember, when you've got this in and you click on there, what it will do, it will open up that card, that business. So in other words, this is another one of the businesses that I do. So, okay, so while it's downloading the GIF, it just shows you, there's a short description, your contact information, your business hours. The gallery will still load because you've got quite a couple of pictures, but as you can see, it's still loading. Then I've put in a form that people fill in. He has the embedded PDF, testimonials of people and what they've written. But then I've also got a booking form in here. So I've got my booking form that people can just fill in, and it gets sent through to your Google Docs. So you open your Google Docs, you set your Google Docs form up, and then you grab the embed code and you will paste it in. Let me just go back here to details. You'll paste it under your HTML code as well. So you can actually just enter it in there. So then you've got the other one I want to go to quickly. So if I go to the other one, yes, the other business, the one with Meishi in. This one will take a long time to load. So it'll have your description. Now you see, I'm not too happy about this, but this will be whittled down. Then I'll have all the projects I'm doing, Meishi business apps, and then here's the VR app. So then you can go into these projects as well. These are different codes. So that's why I say you utilize your cards on all together. So you can plug your other businesses' cards into this, and you can make, so when you send out one card, and that one card covers all your businesses. But if you don't want people to get to that card to see all the businesses that you do, maybe you want just to keep it at the one business. All you do is you just take the code of this card and you send it, and only the VR card will open up for them. So you can make it work the way you want it to work. But it's also good to have one card, because if people ask you what you do, and then you sit there, I listen, I do building overseeing, I do swimming pool maintenance, I'm an artist, I'm a rally driver. So you can have all those things all together in one. So guys, that is more or less what it is about on the putting the card together. Are there any questions? Johan, you okay?
Yes, Robert, I'm fine. I'm just what do you send to prospect? Because I'm while on the Zoom, I was chatting to some other lady that's also interested. What do you send to them? Just the recordings of on your YouTube channel?
What I would do is you can send a recording, but you know that is there's a nice Afrikaans word for it, langdradig. You know, people get lost. There is a video on the Telegram group. It's an overview video. It's a short video. It's about I'm just going to stop the recording. It's about 10 minutes.